So guys, this is the sample of a game you can make with data module. You can see none that long, it's just simple. So let's try running it and see what will happen. So take clean. Let's begin to our console. Let's start it. We wanted it to start. Let's first run this and see. So you can see player twins. Let's see what is written in our console. You can see right here, player twins. So guys, what we are supposed to first do is to import Turtle, which is the module we are going to use for now, and also import Random. You'll see when we will be using it, and also our time. So after importing Turtle, time, and Random, we go on with our screen. So we give it a variable name, and give it a background color. So let's try running this and see. When we run this, you'll see that the screen will pop up and then go away afterwards. So we need to make it stay here. So the solution is screen Turtle. So let's run this and see. You'll see that the screen will remain there without moving anywhere. So let me see my next step. So we have finished designing the screen. We are now going to inserting players and their designs. So this is easy. So let me So we have written some code right here. So what you need to know, this is a comment, this is not, this helps us to understand our code. but the actual code is here, which is going to be run. But when we try to run this, nothing will happen. Why? Because we have written it under turtle done. This has to be before turtle done. So let's run it and see. So I think you see. So let me teach you how to do this, how to put the player. Here I wasn't teaching you, just showing you an example. So remember we said we want two players in our game. So one is player one. So it's turtle dot turtle. So when we run this, let's run it again and see. We had forgot these brackets here. So let's run it and see. So when we run this, we see that it appears right here, but we want a turtle. So to get a turtle, we just come and say, player one, the shape turtle. So let's run this and see. You can see it's now a turtle right there. So to add color to our turtle, it's just very simple. We just come layer one color. Let's make him red. So let's run this thing. You can see that I prefer him being green. So when we run the game, you will see that our player is now green. So let's go on and add player 2. So adding player 2, we don't need to waste time again to what? We just come player 1 and we clone the player 1. But what we do is just add color. So let's first run this and so when I run this, you will see that you are seeing one player, but no, there are two players. They are just in the same position and they have the same color. Player 2 is on top of player 1 because we first created our player 1. What we do, we come and give our player 2 color to look different from player. Let's make him purple. Let's run this and see. As I told you, you'll see one player, but they have two players in the same position. So after creating our players, I think you have seen how we create our players. And the next thing is how to position our players and put them in different positions. So this is also very easy. So we just come here to position our players. Let me give an example. Player 1, tell them to go to a certain place. So let's run this and see. you will see that our player one will move from under this player 2 going to that position you have told it to go to. But it has left there this line. This is an unnecessary line sometimes. So you want to take away that line. So not in Turtle module, the pen is always down. So it's a matter of you putting the pen up. So what you do is just to come player one, the pen up. So let's run this and see. You'll see that again you're getting this unnecessary line because you have put the pen up below the going to, so the player will first go to that place and then put the pen up. Is to put the pen up above this. So let me show you. If we run this, you'll see that our player is going to walk to the place without leaving any unnecessary line. So let's also instruct our player to go to while not forgetting player to open up. So when you run this, you shall see this. Wow, that is good. So let's continue. Let's see our next one. So I finished that for now. Thanks for following. So guys, let's now learn how to draw the finish line. So this is also very simple. So just start by moving. Let's select OK player one. So you can just move player one dot pinner. Have to make sure it's here. Player one. Go to 350. 200. 350. This is supposed to be negative 200. Negative 200. Just say player one dot. So let's first run this and see. So you can see that our player one will go this side. So let's continue. So if we run this, you'll see that our player goes off the screen. So you just have to maximize that to see him. So to make sure that he doesn't go off the screen and see, so that we can see him on the smallest screen as possible. So you can just change this to 250, then 300. Let's run this and see. You see that it doesn't go off the screen. So let's change him to face, because right here is facing the other side. He's facing the other side. So I want to make him face up. So what we do, just come here, player 1, just to change, going to left 90 degrees. So let's run this and see. So you'll see that you come and change and face 90 degrees forward. So let's make him change color so that we can draw our line in black. Player 1 dot color, it's black. It's better to draw the finish line in black. And say player 1 dot go forward 500. So let's run this and see. Yeah, it's working well. But what we have missed is that he has not drawn the line. So what we have to do, when he changes color, it is pen down. Player 1, let pen down. Let's run this and see. Yeah, that is it that I want. So we want him to reach this side up, and we want him to write the word finish. Player 1. So just write an code, player 1 dot write finish line. Let's run this and see. So you see that he has written the word finish line, but it's quite small. You can change the font size of it by just coming here where we have told him to write. Shade font equals, let me make it 24 and see, comes up. Yeah, you can see he has written finish line. So I want him to go back to his original place. So what we do, it's very easy. Just come and say, let's change his color to make it more stylish as it's going back. Player 1 dot color, let's make the color green. Then player 1 to go to where he was at first, it was negative 300, 200. So let's try running this and see. You'll see that he will go back with a pen. So we just have to first remove the pen by just coming here, right? Player 1 let pen down, let pen up, it's the pen up. Scan, copy this, paste it here. Let's try to run it and see. Yeah, that's what I want. So I want him to go back to his original position. So just see here, player 1, taking player 1 to his original place. So this is a comment. Don't take this code serious. Just want my code more readable and more understandable. So you can just come, say, here I think here we're already working on it. Let's just cut this. paste it there, taking player 1 to his original place. So once he goes back, as you can see, here is back, but you want him to go back to his original resting position. So this is simple. As I said, you can just turn him around, player 1 dot is facing this, so you just have to turn him right, player 1 dot right 90 degrees. So let's run this and see. Yeah, as you can see, he has turned back to his original position. So that is it for now. So after drawing the finishing line, we need to now create a game. So this is the main process. We need it to begin by making a game because it's not quite easy for beginners. So first we have to make values for our die. So let's give it a variable name equals. So die has, you can put any numbers you want. For me, I want to make a real die. So what you should key now, don't put floats. So floats are those ones which look like this. Let's say 6.00. That's a float. Those aren't allowed right now. So after creating our die, so just have to now use functions to create our game. Okay. For image 30. If player 1's position equal to, so let's 300. For player 1, let's use 300 and 250 as our position. 300, 250 as our position. Greater than 300, 200. Let's print player 1 when, so this is going to be printed in our console. So you can also say player 1 dot right right win. Let's make this 24. This is another one. So if player 1 or if player position is greater or equal to negative 250. 300 negative 250 is this position here. where you can see the finish line. Let me show you. It's this position here where you can see the finish line, while 300 to 50 is this position here. So we just have to use that. Let's print the console. Player 2 wins. And let this player 2 write for himself that he has won. Player 2 write win. Font also, let's make this font 94. So let's first run this and see. You'll see nothing happens as we have not yet instructed our players to move, because these functions that we have set, none of them is being what? None of them is being what? Tewali kituuseewo ku byonna functions zetuwandiise zino bbiri. So if those players are not in these positions, so that's why we're writing else. Let's create a variable so random dot. So this is where we are going to use our random dot trace. Let's take our trace from the die that we take here. So let me show you. If we never wrote random, if we never imported random, let me just show you. If we never imported random, you will see that this random will be what? Would have been what? Will be underlined in red. So and here they will show you that we have to import this name to use it here. So just import it. It's random. So right now it's imported. You'll see that it's now imported here. Let's just put our time here. Store random. So that is the importance of what? Of importing a random elif. What's the importance of this? If our player is in a position less than 300 to 50, our player 1, and also our player 2 is in a position less than 300 and negative 250, we shall run this command here. So this is the command which is going to run this. So let me show you something. Let me run it. Right now I've only written it for player 2. For player 1, so you'll see it will only be player 1 who will be moving. So you see it's moving very fast. So let's put time for him. Let's include time on him. So I want him to use 1 second. So let's run this and see. See, 1 second, he will move by 1 second. So see if it crosses this position, which is 300 to 50, he write win. And let's see in our console. You see in our console that it has printed the word once. So that is the importance of this statement that we wrote here for our player 1. So let's also create the function for our player 2. You can just direct to pause random and this sleep. If we also never import a time, we wouldn't be able to use this. So let me give an example. If we never had time, you'll see that we will be getting an error here which is red, and with this red error you can't run any program with it once it's still there, you see. So you also see a red line, and you just have to import this just time so the red error disappears. Let's see, our time is back. So guys, time is important everywhere. Unknown dot choice, pick a choice random from our die that we have created. Select player 2, good, timers, dial 2, time times the die will be tossed. So this function here is quite tricky to understand, but it's very easy. So if we have created our die roll 2, add die roll 2 is equals to random the choice die. So Python will pick randomly from our die. That's why we wrote die here, and that die has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we instruct our player to move forward 30 times times the die times the random choices. So in case we wrote like something, when our die runs or works like 30 times or 30 times, it will stop. So let me give an example. If we use the range of, let me show you if we use the range of, and here we put there 2, let me show you here, if we put there 2, and here 2, this was 9.10. Let's run this. So you see they have only moved 2 times, only 2 times, and they have stopped. So you have to give them random choices for them, only number of times to work for them to move further. So you can even use 1,000 in case you have used negatives in your word, but still negative than, also that you can work. Just put back our 30 and run this and see. So let's bet which player will win. I see it's player 1. For me it's the one I support. I just have to see things. I told you, player 1 will win. You see, our player 1 has won. Player 1 wins. So that is it. It's very easy to create a game using Turtle. I think it's the simplest way because I tried learning Tkinter, but Tkinter man, so there's some basics that I had to learn. Not very hard if you give it time. So that is it for creating games. So let me just give you an example. Let me just give you a routine around my code. You can see the code that we have written from the beginning. We first imported our turtle time random. We created a screen. give it a background color, make the players player 1, turtle, and give the turtle shape, give the turtle color. We also created our player 2 by cloning player 1 and adding player 2 the color efficiency of player 1. Give them positions, put a pen up, them positions. Then here we drew the finishing line, and also to taking a player, start using this. So before creating a game, let me tell you, it's better you create some code here. To make sure the things are down. So just come and say player 1 down so that we can see the movements of them as they are going to run, as they are racing. So you see there is a difference from the other one that we first did at first. So let's try and see. So you see that they will leave tracks as they are moving. This is better than just moving in space. Player 2 is likely to win. Yeah, player 2 wins. So that is it. It's very easy to create a game using Turtle. Thanks for following.